Hello everyone. To be honest with you, my viewers, relocating to the Netherlands changed my life. But there are things which shocked me so much and they still shock me. So welcome to my YouTube channel, From the Village to the Netherlands. My YouTube channel, it's about my personal life experience, and the reason why I share to the whole world, it's because I want to encourage someone. And again, I have this big dream to start a girls' education foundation just to support those poor girls still in my mother's village. Their parents cannot pay their school fees, and if no one comes to support them, they might not go beyond high school and they might not realize their dreams. So by subscribing, by liking, by leaving me a comment, you will have helped me so much. What are those culture shocks I experienced? 1, Dutch people work with appointments. Can you imagine? You want to go and visit your mother and you cannot just walk in. You have to call your mother and make an appointment. Mama, I'm coming on Tuesday to drink coffee at around 4 o'clock. You have to be there exactly at 4 o'clock, and it's about coffee drinking. There's nothing more like let's wait for supper. No, they are so programmed, they are so official. That really shocked me. And I remember my husband, when we came, it was like, we have to make an appointment to introduce you to my neighbors, and then we take coffee. And then he's there calling them, you know. The neighbor is just the next door. You can just go knock and then get inside, take coffee, and introduce us. No, it doesn't work like that here in the Netherlands. You have to make an appointment, and specific, you have to say, is coffee appointment, is tea appointment, or is dinner? But you cannot go, is tea, and then you go sit there and wait for dinner. Unlike in my country, Kenya, if I go to meet my sisters, my friends, I happened to be in Westlands, and one of my friends lives there, I will just go straight to the house and knock. Are you here? Yes, okay, come. And then we start talking. If it's tea, we take tea. And if the talk is so long, we stay till even dinner, you know. We never make appointments, you know. So that is something which shocked me so much. For me, I think I like that idea because you find that you also give people space. You don't have to go unplanned. And again, the fact that, like in winter season, it's very cold. You don't have to waste your time to go to a friend or to your mother when she might not be there. And then you experience that life. And again here, life is also very expensive. If you are driving to your mother and, for example, you find she's not there, then you will have wasted your time, your fuel, and that makes it not well. Another shock I experienced, it's about how Dutch people are so direct, telling you they don't beat around the bush. They say the way it is. I remember when we immediately relocated, we lived in an apartment, and of course we used a lift, and we could meet our neighbors there, and then they start with greetings. Where do you come from? Do you speak Dutch? And then it's like, oh, where do you live? In this apartment? Okay, which number? 205. Oh, okay. You are married by Jan. Oh, yes. Oh, and how old are you? I'm like, women don't talk about their age. What the hell is this lady asking me? But because I wanted to be nice, I said innocently my age. And then she was like, why did you have to get married to such a old man? I'm like, this is not your business. I have a right to get married to whoever I want to get married. But of course, I never say that. Then I just quietly and innocently and politely answered because of love. Oh, she was like, oh, okay. Yeah, then I was like, okay, probably she is one of the crazy neighbors. It happened again and again. So I was like, okay, could it be that's how they do things here, you know? And then I confirmed when one of my best clients, it's a couple, they are Christians, and they are still my clients, and I've known them for the last 4 years. After like 2 years, she has respect for me, I respect them. But after like 2 years, when we had known each other, she also asked me that question. And then because I'm somehow close to them, I was like, you are not the first person to ask me this question. So many Dutch people have asked it. To me, it sounds weird, but she was like, that's how we are. We are direct to the point. We ask what we feel. And if you ask me, she said, if I ask her such a question, she would direct give me an answer, and she will never feel anything. So Dutch people are so direct. For those who have just relocated to the Netherlands, and those who are planning to come, also to visit, if you get a question which is direct, which you think it's your personal life, please don't be mad. That's how our brothers and sisters speak here. And I think I like it because, for example, let's say I'm asking someone to lend me money, a Dutch person. That person will direct tell me, Pauline, I don't have money. Or she will tell me, at the end of month, I'm going to give you the money. But back in my country, most people, it's our culture. Someone asks you for something and you know very well, 100% sure, you are not going to give out this thing. But instead of telling this person, I can't, you tell the person, we will see. We will see. And then the person will take you like this, and at the end of it, you are not going to get this thing. You feel so disappointed. So for me, I would say, let's all be direct. Another culture shock I experienced when I landed here, it's the way Dutch people work with appointments. Even to go and visit your mother, you have to take your phone, you have to call your mother, and you have to tell your mother that you'll be going to see her on a Wednesday at around 4:30 for coffee drinking. And coffee is coffee or tea is tea. You don't go see your mother, you talk then till 8 o'clock. You have, if it's coffee, it's like a maximum of 1 hour. And then you have to go, and then she has to prepare a dinner. A coffee, it's coffee. But don't go there expecting to eat dinner with your mother. Unlike back in my other country, that is Kenya. One, I cannot call my mother or my sister to make an appointment. If it happened, I'm passing by where my sisters or one of my brothers live, I just pop in, you know. And then if I find them eating dinner, or it's almost time for dinner, I sit there and wait and I eat with them, you know. That is how we do it. But here it's totally different. If it's about dinner, you make appointments for dinner. Probably why they have that culture, it's because one, like in winter season, you don't have to spend your time, your fuel, you drive all the way to go to your mother, to your friends, knowing that she is there. So it's always good to make appointments. And when it comes to time management, Dutch people, they are on top. Before I adjusted to that, I really had a lot of problems. I remember one time I had an appointment, but it happened that here, like when you get an appointment, you are given the address and that's all. You maneuver yourself how you will reach to that destination, and that is exactly what I did. But because I used Google and sometimes it takes you to the longest routes, I was there late by 5 minutes. And I'm telling you, I pressed the bell, the man came and he told me there's no appointment simply because you are late by 5 minutes, and he closed the door. I stood there and I was so desperate for a job, but there was no otherwise. I had to go back to my house, but because of that, I learned a lesson. Since from that day, I never miss an appointment, and I always make sure that I'm even 5 minutes before that appointment to that place. So if you're planning to come to the Netherlands, please, you better start exercising time management, because here it's very important. And for example, if you don't exercise that and you're going to pick a train, and the train and the buses, they go according to the hours, and then you miss the train, then you have to stay there for 30 good minutes waiting for the next train. And probably it's winter time, it's very cold, so it's very important you start exercising how to keep time. Otherwise, you're going to miss a job as I missed. Another shock I experienced here, it is when it comes to bills. Yes, you make appointments with your friends, even with your girlfriend, and you go for dinner in a restaurant. At the end of it, the receipt comes for the payment, and the bill is split equally. Even when you go with your girlfriend, you're dating a girlfriend or boyfriend, the bill is brought to the table and it's split equally. I've never seen this in Kenya, especially when you are dating a woman. Bills are supposed to be paid for by the man. That was something new to me. To give an example, yeah? When my marriage was not working with my husband, and of course I knew we are going for a divorce, somehow I started dating because of course I wanted to have another partner. So I said, let me try dating. Probably I might get someone who is my type, The first date I went with this Dutch man, after the bill came. And then it was later sent me ticket. It's like M-Pesa for those who are in Nairobi, So I'm like, what do you mean? Of course I knew ticket, but I was like, what do you mean? The bill is, I remember very well, it was 52 euro. So it was like, I have to send to him 26 euro. That was a total shock to me. And I paid him. But of course, after the date, I blocked him completely because I'm not used to this kind of culture. And even today, I've never been used to this culture of sharing bills equally. I've been brought up by when a man takes you for a date, he has to cater for it. So those who have Dutch partners and you are planning to relocate to the Netherlands, be aware that one day you might be asked to share the bills. Another shock is that the population of bikes here in the Netherlands, they are more than the people itself. They are around 19 million, and the bikes could be now 22 million and above. This is because Dutch people use biking as mode of transport. I never knew how to bike, but when I came here and I found everybody was biking, even our former Prime Minister, Mr. Rutte, was also biking from his home to the office. I had to learn how to bike, because without biking, to be honest, it is not easy to survive in this country. So for those who are planning to relocate to the Netherlands, please start learning how to bike, because it's very important and it's going to help you. Those are some of the major culture shocks I experienced. And of course, there's other many. Still, I keep on experiencing them on daily basis. But the good thing is that I'm used and I'm good integrated. I understand. And of course, sometimes I also behave like the Dutch people. If you not subscribe to my YouTube channel, don't forget to do so and stay tuned, because on my next video, I'm going to talk about how difficult it was for me to adapt to this beautiful country. So, thank you so much and be blessed.